Oh man, it's a little bit crazy out here today. A lot of rains, raining cats and dogs. I'm not getting any natural light. I don't feel like playing with LED lights to film the video that I had planned. But with all that rain, I am collecting my rainwater, as you can see. So, you know what? I gotta do a switcheroo. I gotta switch up the concept of this video. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. So I was thinking, I know that there's a lot of you out there who may want some rare tropical plants that you don't normally find in a big box store, but you don't want to break the bank. So how about this? How about I give you my top 5 recommendations for rare tropical plants that cost under $50? Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first on the list, we have the Philodendron Summer Glory. Look at that. This is a hybrid. It is a cross between a Gloriosum and the Macaulay's Finale. I have really been enjoying this plant as of late. And let me tell you, when I first got this plant, I felt like it was something kind of immature about it. So I got the plant when it was just, this size here. And I wasn't sure if it was gonna look more like the Macaulay's Finale, or I just didn't know how it was gonna turn out. Everything changed once these leaves started to get mature. I was completely wrong because this plant does not look immature. It looks grown and sexy right about now. I mean, come on now, look at these dark leaves and the striking veins that it has on there. So what happens is the new leaves come out to be like a bright orange or red color, and then it'll fade down to this nice dark color here. And you still get some coloration in the veins for quite a while. And I feel like that definitely makes this plant a little bit more classy, a little bit more of a statement piece than what I originally thought it would be. So I bought mine at this size right here for, I believe it was under $40 for sure. And I think you can still get them for around that same price. I definitely wouldn't pay over $50 for a 4-inch cup sized Philodendron Summer Glory. But it is definitely worth the purchase because once the leaves start to mature, this is what you get. And depending on the conditions, it can look, even better than this one here. And the reason why I recommend it also is because of the care. This one is growing in Aroid mix because I plan on bringing this one outdoors, but it's a chunky Aroid mix. I, touch it to see if it's dry, at least a couple inches down. If it is dry, I will go ahead and water it. I do not keep this one as moist as some other philodendrons. I let it kind of dry out a bit, and I'll go ahead and test the leaves and see how firm that rib is, and that's it. So this is definitely gonna be number 1 on my list when it comes to tropical plants under $50. Don't go paying over $50 for this, all right? All right, so y'all know good and well I had to mention the Philodendron Splendid. This one is another hybrid, but it is the Verrucosum cross with Melanochrysum. I'm always recommending this one because it's so easy and it's so fast. I will say that a few people have reported that they have issues with this plant while it's small, but normally it's a very easygoing plant. And maybe some people have issues because it is pest prone. This will get those spider mites or anything else if you don't, wash it and spray it with some, whatever your choice of insecticidal solution is. But once this plant connects to a moss pole, it's a wrap, because it is a complete wrap, because this plant will go so fast and it will get big very quickly. So I do recommend buying a cutting or a small one because it matures very quickly. Y'all remember I did a chop and extend on this plant a couple videos back. This was the leaf that I chopped it with. And you know, once I repotted it after the chop, this was that new leaf that emerged here. And then we actually have a new one on the way. It's nice and bright too. So we're all good. That one will just, you know, expand a bit more and it'll go through this whole little green phase and then eventually to that darker green there. So this is a stunning plant and I highly recommend it. I would not pay over $50 for one of these. They grow so easy, propagate so easy, so there should be a lot of availability when it comes to this plant. I'll even have quite a few of them on my Etsy shop starting next month. So the other plant, another plant that I do recommend, if you want to get into that tropical rare look, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is the one right here. Another good thing that I like to mention is that, you know, this plant is sort of thin. The leaves are a bit thin, but they do not crisp and yellow so easily. You know, if you're getting yellow spots or crispy tips, you're either overwatering or underwatering this plant. This one I actually keep a bit more moist, but if you do let it dry out a bit, it's kind of forgiving. That's the good thing about this one. This one does have a lot of hybrid vigor, I guess hybrid vigor, whatever they call that. Basically, when you mix two DNAs, it kind of makes the plant a bit more hardy. This one definitely has that one, and you should not be getting the crispy edges or yellow. So that's the good thing about this delicate looking plant here. My next recommendation is a category of plants. Anthurium Hybrid seedlings. Yes, we talking hybrids. I'm not talking about the species. You can get a species seedling like this, and it's finicky. You know, it's finicky. The parameters have to be correct in order for you to get that thing to grow out. And, you know, I don't want you to waste your money. These are much less of a risk. Anthurium hybrid seedlings are very easy and they cost, they do a lot of sales when it comes to the hybrid seedlings. A lot of the ones that I have, I got 2 for $40, 3 for $60, depending on what it's crossed with. This one is a Luxuriance Ace of Spade, and I got it for really cheap. I think around 30 bucks from the Etsy store, All the Plant Babies. And these also come from that same shop. And these are Magnificum Silver Blush, and Luxuriance. So it's about 3 of these in here. And I just leave them like this. You know, it's about 60% humidity over here. And even if they were in lower humidity, they would still grow out, you know. And the fact that, you know, I paid that small price for these and I got 3 of them and they're just very healthy. I can't do nothing else but recommend that you get you some hybrid seedlings if you want these nice big anthuriums. These are some more seedlings here, and this is just proof. I leave this open. I don't close my seedlings up. I let them get open air. I don't care if it's dry or whatever. If it's a hybrid, it'll still grow. So these were just seeds that I bought for a really good price, and this is a Doc Black crossed with Bessier. It's 2 of them in there. One has sprouted, and the other one is starting to push out right now. But I just wet the sphagnum moss with some fern fiber, perlite, and I just kind of keep that wet and leave it open, and it sprouts. They just grow. I mean, check out what this hybrid seedling turned out to be. This is the Anthurium Copper Cherry. It is some type of a hybrid, and this is the new leaf, but You know, I'm very impressed because I didn't get this one that long ago and it's already a bit bigger than my hand, you know, and I'm very impressed by the colors, the veins, everything is starting to develop on this seedling. So it's only right that I give some Hoya recommendations. And I might just do a rapid fire where I just just show you a few Hoyas that I recommend. But I want to recommend Hoyas that are more so hardy and don't cost much at all. And this Hoya Rosita right here fits the bill. Never mind the white stuff. I've been cutting this plant and propagating it, and you know, the white milky sap got on the leaves. But nevertheless, I recommend the Hoya Rosita because it's something different. It's definitely something different, and it's very hardy. It is related to this Hoya Wyetii right here. Rosita is some type of hybrid of the normal Wyetii. You can kind of see the resemblance there. But this one is kind of like shorter, fatter, and it has like this black rim around, you know, the edge, and it sun stresses like crazy. You see all of this sun stressing right here. So this is easy care, and you can find one for like this size, I would say for around $20. As far as honorary mention Hoyas, I would say this Hoya elliptica is a good choice. It has that turtle shell pattern and it grows really fast. It grows like a weed. Like, this thing is crazy. The Hoya Rosita Splash is a good choice. Look at the pattern, look at the splash on that. I recommend this one because you should be able to find it under $50, and it has a striking pattern. It's carefree. It's stress-free to a certain extent. And what I mean by that is this plant does not want to mind its own business, because as you can see, it's trying to go inside the Wyetii pot. This plant does throw out vines, and it wraps around anything it can get its hands on. So that's the only thing that I'd like to note about this one. But other than that, it's easy going and it grows very fast. We have an Alocasia MVP right here. This is the Alocasia scalpel. Just go ahead and get you one. I'm telling you, go ahead and just get you one. If you don't get one just off of the look alone, damn. So I call this one the Alocasia MVP because it grows all year. And contrary to all of my other Alocasias, the Silver Dragon, Black Velvet, all of those crashed this winter under my care. This is the only one that did not. This one is still going. As you can see, it just put out this new leaf. So the easy care and the striking looks is the reason why this one is on the list. Because this definitely gives you all of those crocodile, dinosaur, Jurassic Park shit, you know, that whole vibe. Look at the underside. Man, that's like a very nice wine color. Yeah, this Alocasia is just way too cool. But you know, you can find like the seedling plugs for $15, $20. I'm not sure how much they cost if they're this size, but it shouldn't be too much. But all I know, they're easy to come by as a seedling plug, and they can grow to this size in one grow season. And they grow in a very neat pattern, very rigid leaves. They do put out pups quite often. Even while putting out these pups, they still grow consistently. So that's the Alocasia scalpel. I recommend you get one of these if you like this reptilian look. All right, so that's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you all stay safe out in this crazy weather, and I'll see you all on the next one. Aroid District, I'm out.